Hey everyone, John here, morning of day 2. Second time I'm recording this because the first time I didn't hit record. So had a great night last night, which you saw all about. This morning it's about 7 a.m. I'm going to go up, hit the buffet before all the little grubbers get their hands on the French toast. So I'm going to go up there, do that, and then I'm doing the behind the scenes ship tour. So if you're a platinum or higher on NCL, you get the ship tour, behind the scenes ship tour, which is not as robust as the ship tour for the guests if you pay for it. That one goes to the bridge and goes some other places. This one does the backstage, main laundry, and a galley tour. So should be interesting. I'm going to film that as much as I can. There's some places where you're not allowed to film. So that should be great. And then I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day. I'm going to hit the thermal spa for real today. I have a little bit of work to get done. So far, everything's been really wonderful. It's less crowded than it was last year when Meg and I were on here. There are not as many kids, which is nice. Not that there's ever a ton of kids on Norwegian, but there's not a ton. There are a decent amount, but it's not overwhelming. It's not like if you were on Carnival or Royal at this time of the year where it's just packed with kids. So I'm going to do that stuff. I'm going to wander around a little bit today. Otherwise, funny story about the Facebook group. So I always join the Facebook groups of the cruise that I'm going on. It's just good. It's nice information. It's not like I'm there trying to like network or get business or anything. Nobody knows who I am, and you're not supposed to sell in those groups, even though people do. I just, go in there and I'm a tourist, right? I just talk to people and ask questions, answer questions, whatever it is. So generally speaking, those groups are great. Before the cruise, it's like everybody's super friendly, everybody's accommodating, and then the minute the cruise hits, it becomes like Toxic City and I leave. So it's really funny, the day before the cruise, one guy posted in there, hey everyone, this is my like 36th cruise. I've never had a bad cruise. I've had things that go wrong with like food or my room or whatever, but it still doesn't ruin my cruise. So everybody stay positive, keep it, uplifting and everything in here and be helpful. And everybody commented like, yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. And then last night, the barrage of just negativity started with like, I paid for streaming internet and I can't stream television. And I have, my kids are doing this and I can't do this. And the buffet didn't have this food and my room's missing this and the toilet didn't flush once. I woke up this morning. I was like, nope, out, leaving this group. I don't need the negativity. So let's go have fun today. We're going to do this fun stuff. We are going to have a good time no matter what happens. So yes, we will be honest and upfront, but nothing's ever over dramatic here. We're going to have a good time. So let's go have fun today on board and we'll see everybody soon. Let's go. Hey everyone, so here is the buffet. Grabbed a little food up in the buffet early. Always got to get there early to make sure there's no chaos yet. Then I headed down to the atrium, did a quick little pan here. Nice quiet morning. Played some trivia. I met this really nice family. I actually met them while I was boarding the ship in line for check-in. And then, you wind up seeing the same people all the time. So we played trivia together. I played trivia with them on this morning. They were super nice. And then I did this awesome behind the scenes tour. This guy makes 750 pounds of bacon a day. Insane. Then this is the machine that folds and presses and folds all the sheets, blankets, all of that. It's pretty amazing. They have several of these and they just run them through. They come out on the other side, pressed and folded. Need one of these at home? For sure. Then we walk the infamous I-95. It goes from one side of the ship to the other, and that wrapped up our little tour, which was amazing. Really enjoyed it. And then I wandered back to the atrium where they were doing some 70s dance classes because tonight is 70s night on the ship. The theme is 70s night, which is a ton of fun.
Excited last night, having some drinks at the poolside, watching the Statue of Liberty, having a great time. Maybe you have the drink package.
After that, headed up to the thermal suite, which is beautiful. You see how wonderful the sea day is here. It doesn't even look like we're moving. The beautiful thermal suite. You have teas, you have some flavored water, some oranges there. Really, really nice experience. Hung out up here, got some work done, read a little bit, and then went to the local for lunch, got the requisite pretzel bites, and today I tried these sausage sliders. I like to try some new things sometimes. They were actually really good. It's the first time I had them, I think. And then, again, check out this amazing water, and then I went to go check out Deal or No Deal.
Go over everything, but what you need to know is this. 2 guests are going to come up on stage with me. You're going to get to play right here and win between 1 cent and $1,000. But everybody with a card, raise your card in the air. Let me see it. Counter. Let's see what your first offer is. It's still $125, and you still have high numbers left on the board. Let me explain what your options are. You can say deal. You can press this glowing button and walk away with $125.
Hey everyone, okay, it is 5 o'clock on day 2. Had a really productive day so far, did a bunch of work today. Breakfast in the buffet, lunch at the local, did the ship tour, which was fascinating. Couldn't video a lot of that, just little bits and pieces. Really fascinating. I'll talk about that probably in the recap tonight. Actually, I'll tell you a quick story. So we're doing it and we go into the behind the scenes of the theater department, and Luz is her name. She is the theater manager. So she's telling us about the costumes. So all costumes are like, you can't wash them. So they come on the ship with the performers when they get done training. So like every however many weeks, right? 6 or 8 weeks, the performers change up for the shows. So this group came on whenever. They come on with their costumes, their production manager, after they do all their training. So those costumes are real intricate. They have sequins. Some of them have Swarovski crystals on them and things. So they can't be washed. So what happens is between each show, they need to keep them fresh and all, because they get gross. So what they use is they use a spray bottle, and it's full of 50% water, 50% vodka, and 10 drops of peppermint oil. There you go. Tip for the day on how to keep things fresh. The vodka is a antibacterial, so it cleans up the grungy stuff, and then the peppermint oil makes it smell great. So there you go. Fun little tip for your laundry. And then tonight I'm going to Le Bistro, and then we'll see what else is going on tonight. Did a bunch today already. Did trivia with a nice family that I met. And did Deal or No Deal. I saw Deal or No Deal today. This or that game. Bunch of stuff. So let's go to Le Bistro. Let's have a great night. We'll see what happens after that. Might do a comedy show. Might wander into something else. So let's go get it. And we'll see everybody in a little bit. Let's go. Here we are in the lovely Le Bistro. This is all the way up on deck 8. It's usually on deck 6 midship. But because of the configuration of the Joy, since it was built for Asia, it is on deck 8 across from Cagney's. Menu a little bit pared down, but still very good. Get your beautiful French bread with salted butter. Then we got some escargot here, which was delicious. Forget that they're snails, don't tell anybody. Then we had some French onion soup. Ready. All right, that looks beautiful. Gotta love the presentation of the lamb. Then I had the pear dessert with ice cream. It was amazing. Then I wandered out for a little sunset walk around the waterfront, and look at this. I mean, so beautiful. And this is in the evening. The water's still super calm. Somebody was out here and they said, boy, it's choppy out. I was like, that, my friend, is not choppy. It was beautiful out. So check that out, and then I wandered to the back of the ship to check out the wake in the sunset, which again, just stunning. I mean, this is why you go on cruises, right? This is the beautiful reason to go on cruises. Then I headed back down to the atrium before the comedy show to go check out the singers. Let's go see them.
To
And I headed over to the comedy club. Comedian was pretty good. I'll talk about that in the wrap up for sure. Then I headed up to Spice H2O to check out the 70s party. It was just all teenagers up there for the most part. They kind of took over the dance floor there. Can't play the music, obviously, because of copyright. So, yeah, this was the 70s party. Still a ton of fun. I still recommend going to these parties. They're really, really fun. Get out there, have a wonderful night, enjoy yourself. It's breezy and beautiful out. And then let's do our little wrap up, and we'll finish out day 2 here. Hey everyone, John here, end of day 2. Again, I forgot to do the wrap up video, so I had to put my shirt on from this morning again. I'm losing my mind. I don't know why. I'm usually really good at this. I keep forgetting that it's usually the midday one that I forget, not the end of day one. The midday one is tough because you're running around doing stuff. The beginning and the end are usually the ones I get. I don't know. So had a fun day. Went to see the comedian. He was okay. Nothing great. You know, he was fine. I enjoyed it. The venues, I will say it again, right? It's a thing I always complain about on NCL, and it's not a complaint. It's just a small criticism. All of the venues, other than the theater, are too small. The Cavern Club, I went there to try to go see the Beatles show. I got there about 45 minutes before the show. It was already packed. You couldn't even get in there. And that seats like 70 people. It seats like nobody. There's only standing room in the back, which I don't want to. It's not, again, I think I said it when I was on Encore. It's not the Beatles. I'm not going to stand in the back for 4 guys who aren't the Beatles. So I'm sure the show's great. I'll see whatever they do in the theater. So I went to the comedy show. I got there 45 minutes ahead of time. I was in like the middle of the line. Had no problem getting a seat, but that venue was packed. There was people standing in the back. There was people sitting on like the floors and the sides. It was crazy packed. So again, like it's my big thing, even for Deal or No Deal. There's folding chairs everywhere. Everybody's standing around. The venues are all just a little too small for what they've going on here, or they just don't have enough things going on at the same time to pull people in different directions. But everything's been really good. You felt the crowd a little more today. There are a lot of teenagers on board. There aren't a lot of kids. There's a lot of teens, like I would say like 14 to like 19. And I think if you're on a cruise, that's probably the worst demographic. And if you have kids that are that age, I'm sure you will agree. And I remember being that age. You're a disruptive pain in the ass at that age. So kids are usually fine. Like if there's a lot of kids, they might be noisy or whatever your feelings are about little kids. But little kids a lot of times are in, Splash Academy or whatever, Adventure Ocean if you're on Royal. But those kids are generally doing things, or they're with their parents doing stuff. The teen crowd are the most disruptive because they're the ones that are sitting on the steps. If you go to any of the parties, like I went to the 70s party tonight, and they basically just take over the party. The teens take over the party. They were like standing on each other's shoulders. They kept getting yelled at. So, and then they're just disruptive around the ship. They're the ones that are like climbing on things, and they're teenagers. That's what they do. Their hormones are raging. They don't understand how to process that yet, but they're fine. All the kids are fine. You just felt it more today than you did the rest of the cruise so far. So that's it. Otherwise, had a really good day today. A lot of fun. As you saw, Le Bistro, excellent as per normal. They did make a menu change, and I talked to them about this. Also at Ocean Blue. Ocean Blue, it was for the better yesterday. The new scallop dish at Ocean Blue was spectacular. Today, I went to Le Bistro, and you could definitely tell they made a few changes on the menu. They had a scallop dish on the menu that I usually get. It's like scallops and a little bit of sauce, and that is gone. But a little bit of a smaller menu, but still, dinner was excellent. And I know a lot of people, when I put out my Cagney's thing, and I thought it was a good thing that they reduced the menu a little bit. Anytime you go to a really nice restaurant, I always think that the smaller the menu, the better, because the food is going to be better. If you have a smaller menu, it means they can execute them really well instead of having 50 things on the menu, right? So
I know some people want more selection, but hey, that's what the buffet and the main dining room and all that's for. That specialty, I think it's fine. You see the menu ahead of time. I just didn't look at it ahead of time. And you could decide whether or not to go there. So I thought it was spectacular. The food was great. My server was excellent. He was from Indonesia. He was wonderful. And then I wandered around. I did the comedy show, went to the casino again just for a little bit, and then just went out to the 70s party real quick just to get a little bit of footage and hang out for a little bit. So calling it here on day 2. Again, thank you everyone for watching. Really appreciate it. If you made it till the end, please like and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to have you as part of our community here. And I will see everybody tomorrow for day 3, yet another sea day, as we are walking our way to Bermuda. It was like noon today. I think it was somewhere around noon. They said we hit Atlantic City, and I was like, geez, we are barely moving. So we are heading to Bermuda slowly but surely. The weather's been great. So I will see everyone tomorrow for day 3, yet another sea day, cooped up with these crazy people on board this ship. But it's been great. So I'll see everybody in the morning. Hope everybody has a great night. Happy cruising.